Yo, everybody! How's everyone doing? What's up, Orison, Sebastian, Abkin, Punisher? What's up? What's up, guys? Are you ready for some Elden Ring Nightreign music? You know, I was thinking to myself, uh, there's a there's a bunch of Nightreign tracks that, if I just take the requests from the general public, I'm never gonna hear some tracks because people generally just request the boss themes, right? But I've been very curious actually about the non-boss themes of Elden Ring Nightreign. The quieter songs, the more atmospheric songs. That's an aspect of the regular Elden Ring that I liked a lot. The environmental kind of chill music. I wonder if there even is that in Nightreign. I don't even know. Storm is here. Hey, Storm, Doki, Yosu, what's up? So, shall we begin? Look, I have the entire soundtrack here. And by the way, yeah, weird day for a stream, right? It's Thursday. You know why I'm streaming today? Remember, guys, one of the previous Lies of P streams last week when there was a storm. Remember, big thunder when I was streaming Lies of P. Jen is here. Hey, Jen. So remember, there was a power outage and stuff. My electricity company emailed me and they said that tomorrow they're gonna do like maintenance on the electricity, and there's not going to be electricity for a period of time tomorrow. That's why I'm streaming today, and that's because of the storm from the other day. Clash is here. Hey, Clash. Okay, so guys, let's start. So the first track is Nightreign. I think I've heard this one, right? That's the main theme. Let's go. Yeah, I remember this one. I made a video on this one. And it's kind of sad because I've only heard this once and I never played the game. And people told me in the comments of later videos that I missed some references to the main theme because I just didn't memorize the main theme. So this main theme came up in other tracks and I didn't recognize it. Milk Master's here, hey. Brother Azor, Tempest, W, hey. Wait, did we miss the bling? I think we missed the bling. Ibrahim is here. Hey, Ibrahim. It'd be so funny to see you and Marco duo Nightreign. Is he playing Nightreign? I've never played it. Yeah, the bling, bling. The bling is so funny. Yeah, this is a great main theme. I like so much how much it borrows from the main Elden Ring theme, but it still does enough of its own. Ibrahim says Marco has played some Nightreign, I believe. Interesting. Does it have cross-platform? Is it cross-platform? Yeah, that's the main melody. That's the thing I didn't recognize in later videos. So it's not cross-platform, okay. Because I don't think my PC can handle it. So that was the main theme. The next one is the outset. That's the kind of track that I'm curious about. Murat, hey Murat. Your PC is made specifically for music. Yeah, I don't like to game on PC. So yeah, I built my PC for work, for music. It doesn't do well with games. Cinematic. Is that a cutscene? Like I said, that's the kind of track that I was curious about. Because people are always going to recommend the boss themes, you know. Storm says, I'll carry you on Nightreign. Yeah, and you can tell this is a cutscene because there's a drama, there's a storytelling to the music. Very soft orchestra. You can hear the solo violin. New Master says, what is the difference between a PC built for music and one for gaming? Like, what component changes? I mean, the most important thing for gaming is a good GPU, right? Especially if it's like 3D games, a good GPU. Gaming is pretty demanding, like on all fronts. Like you still need a good CPU and stuff, RAM, but the most important thing is the GPU. You can get away with like an okay CPU. Now for music, the two most important things are, you know, the audio interface, the audio board, which is usually an outboard piece of hardware that you buy, and CPU, super important for music, and RAM is super important for music. So these three things are the main things for a music PC. And it's about time I upgrade my PC because my CPU is already falling behind. Yeah, Storm says generally a more powerful CPU in music. Yeah, I have 40 gigs of RAM, and that's not a lot for music. That's like okay for music. 40 gigs of RAM. RAM is super important too for music. This is super quiet. Is that already? Wow, I recognize the little reference to the main theme there. Which track is this? The Shrouded Round Table Hold. What? Round Table Hold is in this game? This is the Round Table Hold theme. Is Round Table Hold in this game like unchanged? It's so like uplifting. Rare occurrence of happy chords. It's altered. Okay. Very changed. Okay. And the theme is different too, right? Because I don't remember the roundtable hold theme from the original Elden Ring. Yeah, the theme is different too. Okay. Walls are broken down, areas are opened up. Okay. Yeah, it's so sparse, right? There's so much empty space in it. Right? There's these moments of silence in the music. That creates a sensation of desolation, of loneliness. W says, this is better to be honest. I honestly don't remember the original one. Desi says, this game got a serious atmosphere in music. Not all are explosive, but it genuinely fits the gameplay. Yeah, I like that. People tend to pay more attention to the explosive boss themes, but man, I would say just in video games in general, I generally prefer the quieter songs. So this is another track, I assume. The Nightfarers. Now that I have the main theme fresh in my mind, I'm recognizing all sorts of references to it. Even these cellos and violins, they are hinting slightly at the main theme. Oh, is that it? Limveld. Is that it? Wow, that seems... This little short Limveld song almost reminds me of those little stingers that play in Monster Hunter music when you enter a map. It just plays like a little like 15-second theme that represents the area, and then it goes silent. At this point, you are dropping into the main expedition area. W says, Limgrave but altered. Man, the cello sound in Elden Ring and in Nightreign is so good. So subtle. This is still the first Limveld. Oh, okay. I thought this was a... This was a different track because there was like an abrupt interruption. I feel like... because this game is a spin-off, I have a feeling, and I even said that in my main theme video, I have a feeling they are intentionally making the orchestra smaller in this game. To give you a sensation, you know, of something smaller, of a spin-off, or of something secondary. Can you hear how small the ensemble sounds, the orchestra ensemble? It's not like the orchestra of Bloodborne and Elden Ring. Exactly. When you hear something from Elden Ring, it's huge. Like, even these quiet parts in Elden Ring, the string sections would be fuller, right? Here, it almost sounds like it's just like a few solo instruments playing. I personally think they made it smaller and more like an ensemble to represent the Nightfarers. Interesting. Listen to this. You can hear the individual string players. When you explore. Yeah, this does sound like exploration music that you would hear in regular Elden Ring. I didn't even know this game had exploration. I thought it was like just combat. Mr. Hot Sauce says, I just watched your analysis. Wow, there's synth. What? Yeah, Mr. Hot Sauce says, your analysis of Outer Wilds. Any plans of playing the game eventually? Yes, I do have plans. Maybe. I've had plans multiple times. The problem is, I'm always like a little bit scared because people told me Outer Wilds is one of the most spoilable games in the world. W says, this is the scariest OST for me. I mean, the synth does give you like a sense of terror. It's so out of place in this orchestra. The synth is so low pitched, it feels like something stirring under the surface. Mr. Hot Sauce says, yeah, but it has the best community. No one wants to spoil anything, and it's also such an amazing game. Definitely worth playing. We're still in Limveld. Lucifer is here. Hey, Lucifer. Tolga. There's little woodwinds on the background. Milk is here. Hey, Milk. Storm says, Libra OST makes your spine tingle. I forget the names. Libra is like the completely chaotic one, right? Is that Libra? That was insane, man. If it's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, that was exhausting to listen to. That track is seriously impressive. Yeah, it's the Madness one. Oh, disturbing. These atmospheric soundtracks. Have such nuance to them, like even in the original Elden Ring, some of the tracks would go from like peaceful and positive, like a sort of like spiritual positive solitude, then would go into something disturbing and tense. I just noticed that with this one too. Sustained violin is classic From Software. I mean, it's classic orchestral atmospheric music. Ambient music. Are we still in Limveld? Man, and this synth is another signature sound from Nightreign, I feel like. Because I don't remember ever hearing anything like that in any From Software game. A kind of alien electronic sound like this. Sir Pogs, hey Sir Pogs. Osgald. Osgald says, I don't know, but this part reminds me of the main theme. I've been noticing that. There's a lot of little references to the main theme. There, the synth. The synth has to mean something, right? It probably means something. What does the synth mean? What does the electronic, the eerie electronic sound mean? Is it weird that this reminds me of Monster Hunter Wilds Wind War Plain Sentai ambience music? Not at all. They do the same thing, is the synth too. This sound, they do the same thing in Monster Hunter. It's what I'm saying. Usually, when a soundtrack is like 100% orchestral, then suddenly a strange element like this is introduced, like the synth. It usually has a meaning. In Monster Hunter, it means, you know, the added sense of tension from the change in weather. And also there's other implications in Monster Hunter as well with the ancient civilization stuff. Okay, more synths. Is this a synth or maybe a didgeridoo? I think it's a synth, but I can see the similarity. Storm says, I believe the synth is the night itself. Interesting. Yeah, lots of synth. That's impressive. Joel says, the feeling of encroachment. The night is coming eventually. Yeah, because from what I've seen, correct me if I'm wrong, but Nightreign has that Fortnite mechanic where there's like a circle closing in on the players, right? Maybe the synth is to like hint at a sense of urgency from the circle closing in. Fortnite mechanic. I mean, it is what it is. Isn't it a Fortnite mechanic? I've called, man, you guys are gonna get triggered. I called Nightreign Dark Souls Fortnite before. This song is when the circle is closing in. Never in a million years would I have expected Elden Ring would get compared to Fortnite. Me neither. But here we are. Oh, we're out of Limveld. This is Spirit Shelter. Oh, look at this. I didn't notice this. There's a Yuka Kitamura track. Now, I'm wondering, did she compose this? Oh, is that the her only track? So I'm asking myself, did she compose this before she left, or she composed this after she left? Meaning, they hired her as a freelancer. Probably not, right? Because it's one track. She probably did this before leaving. Because it's common for an in-house composer to leave the company, but they are still working with the company on a freelance basis. Could be a leftover, yeah, from Elden Ring. True. Yeah, it's very ambient. You know, we were talking about Monster Hunter. The Monster Hunter composers do that all the time. They A lot of Monster Hunter composers have established themselves as Monster Hunter composers in Capcom, working for Capcom. Then they left the company, but they are still composing Monster Hunter music as freelancers for Capcom. Now it's the creator. Oh, the creator. The choirs in the back. Elden Ring had a lot of choirs in the ambient soundtracks as well. Motoi Sakuraba was not working for FromSoft, but he was composing the Dark Souls series. Yeah. Oh, see, that's what I told you. That's what I told you before. When these quiet, very nuanced soundtracks, they have a way of like creating such deep emotions. Right there, it was like transitioning into some tension, something disturbing, scary. These 4 tracks depicting landmarks are world events that alter the map in a massive way and force the player to change their strategy. So this one is the mountaintop. Do you find these ambient music as interesting as boss themes? Yes. They're different things, but each one has their own intricacies. And contrary to what some people might think, composing ambient music is really hard, man. It's not easy. Because you have so little to work with. You know, if you start putting a bunch of instruments there, a bunch of notes, then it gets to a point where it's no longer ambient. So you have to be minimalistic and still be able to communicate the ideas and emotions that you have to communicate. Sir Pog says, as a person who has attempted to compose ambient music in the past, I feel this. Yeah, I mean, I would say ambient music can be even harder to compose. The temptation to make it active and cool and awesome is insane, yeah. You have to exercise a lot of restraint. And this is something on the lower strings, the tremolo. This is something they use a lot in even in regular Elden Ring. This dig 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 dig. This movement with the bow. It's such an interesting effect to put on an ambient song because it creates a sensation of movement, of activity, but it's also like such a small, quiet sound. It sounds like something, again, something stirring. Leon says, I feel there's gotta be so much reference when making music. Yes. I mean, I always, when I'm composing for developers, with very few exceptions, I always ask for references. Because, you know, my clients, they're not musicians, so they don't know how to communicate, like, verbally what kind of music they want. So asking them to send me references is the easiest way for me to know what they want. Hey Brian, what's up? Sir Pog says, how long are you going to keep streaming? I mean, I'm gonna listen to the whole soundtrack, so 2 hours. So which one is this? The Rotted Woods. Have you considered reacting to Subnautica ambient music? No. Just because no one ever asked for it. If there's demand, yes, I would love to. Listen to this. Low-pitched instrument on the background. And this ringing sound, can you hear this ringing sound? There's a lot of that in Libra, I remember. Have you tried playing Nightreign yet? No, I haven't. See again the ringing? So minimalistic. Again, the cello, I feel, again, the cello, I feel like is a signature sound of Elden Ring just in general. This is Naklateo. So this is a city, shrouded city. Whoa, the next track is Great Enemy. It's not any kind of enemy. It's a great enemy. There's a hint of Limveld. I couldn't tell. I don't remember Limveld. I remember really liking the Limveld music when I played Elden Ring, but I don't remember it. Lucifer says it was the zone of putrefaction, somewhat similar to Libra's madness. Man, that's why I did detect some similarities to Libra. Remember, I told you the ringing sound that they do with cymbals. Usually, let me see if they're gonna do it again. You can hear it quietly even here. This kind of ringing metallic sound is usually done by just scraping either a gong, like a huge gong, or a big cymbal. It creates this dong. This was more like a hit dong, but if you scratch the cymbal or the gong, it creates that kind of sound that is very disturbing. See what I was talking about the small ensemble. Even in an action track like this, the orchestra feels small. It's not a huge ensemble. The enemy that is great, yeah, that's great enemy. Bro, great enemy. Great enemy music is pretty vibey too. You can follow along with it. Am I hearing some of the main theme in this? Sir Boggs is leaving. Bye bye, Sir Boggs. Is this the raid? I think Tai Tomisawa is one of my favorites. Let me see. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't he the one that made Godskin Apostles? Yeah, that's him. Tai, and he made a bunch of others too. So no one else says, "Oh my god, I saw Davi." No, you didn't. Yeah, Tai Tomisawa is one of my favorites. In most of these tracks, even the Great Enemy track, and again, this ties into the small ensemble thing that I was talking about. Most of these tracks don't even have brass at all. Oh, I felt like I was going to sneeze. This song is so cool, it gave me allergies. Oh, there's brass now. There's brass now. I think that's the first time there's brass. Since the main theme had brass. But still, the brass is very... Still very, very small brass for FromSoft standards. Have you listened to Adele? I don't think so. I don't think I've heard Adele. Or Adele. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, there's these moments of explosion and intensity where the brass comes in. There's moments like this with the solo violin. Oh, is this... Oh, this is still Gladius. Not much melody in this one, and that's something that I've noticed about some of the boss themes from Nightreign. Yeah, this might be second phase. A lot of them don't have melody, right? This is just like a vibe. Oh, the brass is getting big now. Yeah, exactly. Joel says it kind of sounds like he stops short of making one and just moves on to the next one. Yeah, and in this way the music kind of flows, like there's not like a repeating chorus or, you know, a recurring theme. The music just flows into one melody, then another, then it ties into another. It's an interesting style of composition. And this is still Gladius. Now it's getting big. Rachel Grindering, Sauce. Is becoming a little bit more military. There's the snare drum. Yeah, phase 3. Oh, the solo violin. Oh, there's a melody. Yeah, that's insane. The snare drum, man. It's so cool. Yeah, so the melody finally came in phase 3. Oh, we finished unresolved. Is that Adele? Oh, Adele. Super disturbing choir. The choir is playing conflicting notes. They are not in tune. So heavy. Listen to this pace. How sluggish and heavy it sounds. It's probably also the most disturbing boss visually. Oh wow. I mean, it sounds very contrasting to all the music that came before. This is the most disturbing music so far. What is this? Isn't this... Can you hear this instrument? I at first I thought it was strings, but it's not. I feel like it's that same, I don't know, like Middle Eastern Asian instrument that we heard on Libra, isn't it? That gives it such a different perspective to the whole song. Listen to this. There's some sense of magnitude to this. There's some real sense of size to this. Second phase, okay. Sounded Arabian, yeah. Such an intriguing choice. Oh. Super disturbing. See how he keeps going up and up and up? Electric guitar. I missed the electric guitar. Oh, it's in phase 3. Yeah, because I don't hear an electric guitar here. It sounds, this reminds me in a way of Zoshia from Monster Hunter. It sounds like a contorted, dysmorphic creature. like it sounds ugly in a way. It sounds like he's trying to portray something that is badly put together. Alien, maybe. Refer to my last comment. I did see your last comment. Let me read it. Think of a massive misshapen dragon thing with mangled wings and a massive gaping jaw that is contorted horizontally. This track, let me stop briefly. Oh wow, I could hear the synths building up, but you know the sense of something dysmorphic and you know, contorted. This, I've never seen this boss, but from the pace of the song, the heavy pacing of it, the heavy rhythm, I can almost see like the awkward movement, heavy sluggish movement of this awkward creature. It really, the heavy percussion and kind of the weird, almost ridiculous sounds, like with the Middle Eastern wind thing, the kind of disconcerted arrangements. Really amazing. It gives me a sense, if I close my eyes, it gives me a sense of movement. I can almost see him moving awkwardly all over the place. Is that electric guitar? Man, amazing. Oh, electric guitar, I hear it. And the choirs in this are amazing too. Signa is here. Hey, Signa. I think I heard a little bit of the main theme there. Listen to how disconcerting and uneven the rhythm sounds. It almost sounds like there's two songs playing at the same time. This or Gladius? I prefer this. Gladius was cool as well. Wow, the electric guitar in this is very cool. Again, it ended unresolved again. Oh, I remember this. Man, Noster is going to be such a palate cleanser after that disturbing Adele track. Lucifer says, my favorite one. This is one of my favorite ones as well. But I think Caligo might be my favorite. Joel says, I don't have the ear for it, but I do feel like there's a bit of the main theme in all of the bosses. Etchak is here. Hey Etchak, I recommend you the Lord of Dark playlist for a better quality. I mean, this one sounds fine. Oh, the big chorus is about to come up. Man, this one is so good as well. I wonder if I like this. If I like this better than Caligo. And this one is so melodic too. Yeah, and this one has three phases. Oh yeah, and the woodwinds. I remember talking about that in my video. There's more rhythm, a tighter pace. From Reddit and YouTube, it seems most people have Caligo as their favorite. Hyun Soo Lee says, my favorites are Maris and Nostra. I've never heard Maris. Is the next one. Siki says, my favorite is Libra. Oh, bro, what's wrong with you? Your favorite is Libra? I mean, I get it. It's a very impressive track. Very impressive. But it gives me anxiety. It makes me stressed. And it's about to come up to Libra. The woodwinds in this track are so special. Yeah, this part so good. I would say this track probably has the best woodwinds in a FromSoft track, at least as far as I remember, because woodwinds are usually not emphasized at all in these tracks. Tiki says, I understand completely, I just can't wrap my head around how someone can have the creativity to compose that track. Yeah, I mean, on that we agree. Yeah, they usually don't do this clear beauty kind of track, yeah. And I like how it's an interesting contrast. And they've done that in the past as well. Guys, hold up. I just had an epiphany. I think I never thought of this before. But I like the contrast between, you know, the most beautiful and human sounding tracks are the melodic ones. When the track is very disturbing and horrifying, it's not melodic. So I like them using melody as this way of like defining of giving shape and form to the song. And when the song is shapeless and formless, they use that as an element of horror. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. This song is one of the most beautiful songs in the entire soundtrack. And it's melodic, right? There's form to it. Joel says, definitely hear that, yeah. I said they do that in other games as well, because they did that a lot in Bloodborne. In Bloodborne, the most horrifying disturbing tracks are shapeless and non-melodic. The classic example of that is Ludwig, right? The song starts shapeless and dysmorphic, and then it becomes melodic. Yeah, Ludwig is a prime example, yeah, of using musical formless, musical shapeless textures as horror and melody as humanity. The phase 3 boss is called Fardis. Fardis. Is he called Fardis? That's funny. If you remove the U, it becomes Fardis. So, is this Maris? Piano. Very cold piano. The Maris phase 3 just dropped. Super cold and distant piano. Oh, woodwinds again. What do you think of the shape of this boss? You mean musically? It's not super shapeless and chaotic so far, but there's also not a very defined melody to it. So it's like in between so far. Yeah, it's calm at the very least. There is a sense of dissonance to it though. It's not like completely happy, relaxing calm. There's some horror to this. It's just a quiet kind of looming horror. There's a lot of dissonance, but it's kind of like a shy dissonance. Yeah, there's anxiety, exactly. That's a good word for it, Snail Nail. Anxiety. It's like anxiety is like a looming sense of tension, right? Of urgency. It's like a quiet urgency that builds up over time. Maris inflicts sleep on the players. Oh, that makes total sense. That makes total sense. Even the rhythm, I was noticing that before. The rhythm has like an hypnotic swing to it. Yeah, listen to this. And there's a haze. Remember when I told you the piano sounded distant? It's because there's a haze, there's a reverb effect over it. At first I thought that was distance, right? But now that you guys told me about the sleep, it sounds more like it's dreamy, right? It's foggy. I wonder if this will get intense in third phase, or how intense it will get. Nukza says, my top 3 tracks in Nightreign is Healstor, Libra, and Noster. What's the one? I'm just like thinking back of my favorites. Is it Folgore? I think Folgore is one of my favorites, but I don't remember the names. Folgore is like the super manly physical one where they play the violin super angrily. Because I like that one. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, Folgore is the manly violin one. I like that one. That one's my favorite. One of my favorites. Oh, listen to this. This is third phase. The piano is gone. There's still that hypnotic swing. There's more melody. There's more shape. There's more form to it. Interesting. Third phase, like, it's more intense in terms of volume, but it's less tense, it's less dissonant than the first phases. Are we prepared for Libra yet? Never. You can never be prepared for Libra. Oh. Amazing melody, so mystical and dreamy. That's such an interesting progression. To have the first few phases be quiet and dissonant, and the last phase to be just beautiful like this. The violin, I think that's the violin. It's anxious though. Yeah, there's still some sense of tension. At least this one resolved. This one ended in a resolution. Nice. So is this Libra already? Yeah, so the ringing sound that I talked about before, remember? Oh no, Libra is coming! Right now, like, we're still good. We're still good right now. PTSD induced. And I didn't even fight this boss. This song has the power of giving you PTSD of an experience you've never had. Because I never even fought the boss. And I do have PTSD from the music alone. There's so many sounds. Yeah. I feel like that's the same instrument from Adele. From Adele. Maris and Libra are from the same composer, yeah. Once you have finished Nightreign soundtrack, what soundtrack you want to analyze? I don't know yet. I don't know. You guys have any suggestions? Yeah, and this is second phase. This is gamelan Indonesian instrument used to summon demons. Yeah, but the gamelan is a percussive instrument, right? In my video about this track, I was wondering about the wind instrument that they're playing. I don't know what it is. Yeah, and the tempo changes, man. I forgot about this. The song gets faster as it goes. That's such a panic attack inducing sound, like the sound of a song getting faster as it goes. Now it's slow again, it's slow. But it's gonna get gradually faster. Yeah, it's getting faster. How does one go about composing a track like this? It's insane. It's very difficult composing nonsensical music. Amazing. Yeah, I think so far, out of all the tracks I've heard in this soundtrack, this is the most impressive. Impressive doesn't mean I like it, right? Impressive is not the same as my favorite. But this one is the most impressive for sure. Yeah, it's all over the place. You should react to more Kazan, the first Berserker. I mean, I did one video on it and not many people watched it. Yeah, again, it's getting faster. The synth. Yeah, it's scary. Yeah, and this part, I remember this part. This part sounds like insanity. Man. The composer is just banging completely different notes over and over. Yeah, just chaos. And this part with this repetitive pattern. It sounds like some sort of repetitive insanity to me, like a mad trance. Yeah, the whispers on the background. There's so much percussion. It stops and goes, it stops and goes. It's made, I feel like this song is made to give you a sense, like an overwhelming sense of unpredictability. Nothing in this is predictable. When you start to get a groove for it, you start to move your head to the beat changes. Crazy. Thank God it's over, Jesus. So now it's Fulgor, which is also tense and intense, but it's definitely more pleasant. than Libra. Yeah, this is Fulgur. Yeah, Fulgur is good. Yeah, and there's some semblance of melody in this track. It's not a beautiful lyrical flowing melody, it's like a manly violent melody. Yeah. This is a great track. Sir Snake says, this is definitely my favorite. I just love the choir. And I explained this in my video of this. There's barely any harmony in this. The choir is usually playing in unison with a lot of the instruments. Yeah, and the rhythm is weird. Listen to this, there's no harmony here. There's a primitive, primal feeling to it. Okay, second phase. And I remember from my video that as it goes, it gets slightly more complex, like harmonically. They start introducing chords and stuff. Veggie's here, hey Veggie. This melody is really cool. Yeah, the main character of this song is definitely the choir. And it's just dudes, right? I think I said that in my video too. It's just dude bros singing. The knight made him regain his arm. Is that what's happening? I forget. Oh, that's third phase. Oh yeah, he gets heroic. I remember this. It becomes more heroic and there's more complexity on the chords. Hey Davi, would you play Kazan on stream if I got it for you? I don't know, man. I don't know if a lot of people are interested. But I could ask, I could like make a poll or something. I do like getting games for free. But like, even if I get it for free, I wouldn't want to stream it if like there's nobody there, right? So I have to... Yeah, Sebastian says bribes. I'll have to ask if people would be interested. Bribes. peak part. Yeah. And something I noticed about this third phase. Yeah, the women joined, that's right. Yeah, and this one resolved as well. It ended on a resolution. Something I noticed about this third phase, and I even noticed this in my video, but I don't think I mentioned it in the video, is that the song, remember the dichotomy, the contrast that I told you about, shape versus shapeless music, right? And how they use shapeless music as an element of horror, and music with shape, with form, as an element of humanity and beauty. This song gets more shapeless as it goes, right? We've had examples of music, of shapeless music becoming music with shape. This is an example of music with shape, with a semblance of melody and humanity at the start, becoming more chaotic and more shapeless and dysformic as it goes. Third phase there was one of those tracks that we talked about before that just keeps going, like one fragment of a melody combines with another and it keeps going, keeps flowing. There's not like a sense of form to it. So now it's Caligo. This is one of my favorites. Emmanuel says, hey Davi, Vasc, I'm a big fan of your videos. You may like a game or Steve from a game called Omori. I've heard some Omori music in live streams. From one peak song to another, yeah. Rebetcher says, Davi, love your videos. I want to hear your reactions to Photo Kuduru of Crimson Fatalis from Monster Hunter Frontier. I think I've done like 2 Monster Hunter Frontier videos so far. And Crimson Fatalis I don't think I've ever done. I think this was the first video I done from Nightreign. Yeah, I remember this. Super heroic. Yeah, this track is unusually... I mean, it's still sad, there's a sadness to it, but it's unusually positive and heroic in a straightforward way. The song feels like you're losing everything. Yes! But there's parts in there that sound like redemption. Like this part. There's a rise of hope. So it's sadness and tragedy with a hint of hope, I would say. Veggie's leaving. Bye bye, Veggie. Ibrahim says, too bad the boss is so easy. And by the way, we were talking before about ensemble size, orchestra size. This track specifically sounds huge. The ensemble is definitely big for this one. Uh, Dreamy says, please, I want to know your opinion. Which Souls theme is the best? Man, there's so many of them. Imagine if we did a massive tier list with all the Souls themes. That would take like 10 hours to do. That could be a good idea for content. W says it would be too hard to rank. Yeah, it would be a really cool video. Man, that's a good idea. Like, even if it takes too long, we can do it across multiple streams. $142K sub special. 142 is kind of a weird number for a milestone. Signa says Godskin Apostles. I feel like a lot of the top songs would be Elden Ring and Bloodborne. Or we can upload a video with top 10 or top 20. Yeah. Man, but just the absurdity of ranking all games, all FromSoft games, I feel like it's more appealing and it's more clickable. Is this Heal Store? No, this is still Caligo. Darking says, don't leave out Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 got some bangers. Yes, Dark Souls 3 got bangers, like Soul of Cinder, the main theme. I do think a lot of Dark Souls 3 music, it's very samey. A lot of Dark Souls 3 music you can easily get them mixed up with each other. Dark Souls 3 has the meme music, yeah. Oh man, I remember this part. Yeah, exactly. W says the only problem with Dark Souls 3 is the extreme similarity. I agree. Sounds very royal and desperate. Yeah, it's like I said, there's tragedy, but there's a will to overcome. There's the hope, right? That hope yeah, that kind of hope. Oh, beautiful. That kind of hope in the middle of tragedy can be easily read as desperation, right? And Grandeur says, I think Dark Souls 3's theme is part of the reason. I agree. I say that in my Dark Souls 3 videos. There's a bunch of common elements, intentional common elements between multiple tracks that are clearly intentional, and they are trying to stick to a theme there in Dark Souls 3 music. But unfortunately, it kind of makes a lot of the songs the same. So that's Heal Store. I remember the the later phases of this being very intense. Something I didn't notice in my video, but people pointed it out in the comments for me, and I'm noticing it now, is the heartbeat. Now it's gone, but it was there before. Can you hear the heartbeat? It's not an actual heartbeat, it's a drum, right? But it sounds just like a heartbeat. Yeah, you have to have headphones because it's very low pitched. He also and his theme can be placed among the very best of all FromSoft bosses. There's that exuberance, that splendor in it that I have only ever seen before in Consort Radahn. That extreme splendor is the only way I can recognize it. I can describe it, I mean. Yeah, and the way this first phase feels so restrained, right? I think I said that in my video too. Feels so elegant and dignified. There's no rage, there's no madness like we're used to in other FromSoft bosses. Majesty, yes. Extreme majesty. It's not just majesty, it's extreme majesty. It's the kind of vibe in Consort Radahn and in later phases of this too. Vasc, I wonder if you made a video about Mother of Fingers. I don't think I did. I never did a video on Mother of Fingers. Choir. To me, this really sounds like fighting the king in his court. Yeah, there's that sense of elegance and majesty to it. I like when you said he was just sad, and now we made him mad. But I think he's not mad yet, is he? Maybe a little bit mad. Yeah, you've overstepped and now he has to crush you. And I feel like this is... This is another example of a track that gets shapeless, more shapeless and dysformic as it goes. Oh, that's main theme, that's main theme. A little hint of the main theme on the choirs. Yeah. So heroic. And now in this third phase, is the kind of vibe that I described before as extreme splendor, extreme majesty. Yeah, the main theme is all over this. Now he's angry, yeah. And this part always reminds me of something. There's a sense of space to some of these parts. Oh, right. That's the main theme. I missed that on my video. Now I recognize it. This is the main theme. Man, I missed that in my video. You know, I had only listened to the main theme once, and I didn't commit it to memory, so I didn't recognize it. Resolved. When I first heard this in game, I ascended. It's like is a transcendent piece of music, right? I agree. Now is return. It's crazy that I've already heard like all the music that I had ever listened to. I already heard. We've gone through it now. Now it's all new stuff for me. It's all new. That theme at the end was another Soul of Cinder Radagon moment for me. Yeah, I mean, bringing back the main theme for the final boss, classic move. Blender's here. Hey Blender, it would be great to see more reactions to Project Moon games, especially Library of Ruin. I've done a few videos on Project Moon. Is this a remembrance? I've spoken to Sama Tanizaki about his composition, Those United in Common Cause. He's such a nice person. I've never spoken to him, but I've spoken to Tai Tomisawa because he likes my videos. And he shared them once when I was doing videos on the original Elden Ring. So now, after that gauntlet of bosses, we are rewarded with some calming music. W says they are all so nice in X, right? On Twitter, yeah. And we're back again to the smaller ensembles. X, not Twitter, boy. Watch your mouth. I mean, even Elon Musk calls it Twitter sometimes. Oh, beautiful strings. Some of these tracks are so short. Unbreaking Night. So I think we're done with boss themes, right? There's no boss themes after this. Wow, this is... Okay, this is unusually positive. Is this like a victory, like a success jingle? There's like an unusually positive vibe to it. They're all story related. Martin says, wait, is this a sequel? You mean of Elden Ring? Martin. Are you aware of the game Elden Ring Nightreign? Spin-off of the award-winning FromSoft video game Elden Ring. Oh, Priestess. So minimalistic, right? There's like 2 strings in a choir. This is Character's Quest OST. Dreamy says, I've spoken to one of the staff in studio and he said Consort Redan was one of the hardest themes they ever made. Is that a harpsichord? I think this is Remembrance of the Duchess. Oh, is this one already? The Tourney of the Lands Between. Wow, that reminds me of Radan. Didn't Radan used to have a tourney or something? Suddenly intense, yeah. This is the Colosseum's theme when it was active in the early days of the Golden Order and where Raider fought. Blender says, I'm far from classical music theory, but I wondered a few times, does some of from soft music can be considered as neoclassic? Yes. Yes. There's a lot of from soft music that, you know, is as complex, as sophisticated, as good as classical music, yes. So is this Raider? A Girl's Solemn Wish. I'm curious about this one. I wonder if it's going... The title sounds tender and gentle to me. But it's so difficult for one of these from soft tracks to be tender and gentle. Jack is here. Hey, Jack. There's this stringed instrument. This sort of lyre, like a plucked string, that they have been introducing for the past couple of tracks. Yeah, this. Godfrey had the kitty on his back. Yeah, that's the one. Contamination. I'm sure nothing bad would happen to a girl in a FromSoft game. Yeah, I mean, the title, like I said, sounds tender and gentle, but I don't have high hopes. Oh, there was the sound of something breaking there. Again. So haunting. That is weird, like this. These chromatic percussion sounds childish. Sounds kind of toyish. Yeah, and gentle. That's weird. Listen to this. Doesn't this sound childish? Weird choice for a track called Contamination. I wonder if that means something. Oh, so it has to do with the girl. That's why it's childish. It's a music box. It's Revenant's Quest. Oh no! It ended unresolved. Is that a remembrance? Yeah, that's the next track. Man, the girl, the for once I thought I had it. I thought they were finally going to give us a tender, loving, gentle song, and they did for the most part, right? It was sad, still sad, but it was a music box, right? Tender, childish, innocent. But then they did the 10th chord, and the song ended. 10th chord, and then end. They didn't resolve. The song ended on a 10th chord, unresolved. That obviously means something horrible for the girl, as it's always the case. Yeah, and that's still the music box, so that is still about the girl, right? Man, this is beautiful. This is one of my favorite tracks so far. Okay. It resolved. Okay, great. We can rest easy. It resolved. It resolved on a sad chord, but at least we have a resolution. A sad resolution. Choirs, very, very quiet. She's a doll inhabited by a dead girl's soul. Or something like that. Oh, okay. That explains a lot. That explains all the, depression. Now, I'm expecting this next track here, Two Faces, One Sword. I'm expecting this to be a little bit more intense. I don't know, just the title of the track seems to suggest that. It's like too much vengeance made the doll wake up and want to have revenge on the Night Lord. Two faces now? No. And again, rare protagonism of the woodwinds. Even if super, super quiet. Okay, I think it's over. Oh, see, I told you. This is the title of a banging track. This reminds me of Folgor. There's some light percussion. It has the kind of manly energy, right? Who's lashing up faces? I don't know. But there's two faces. One sword. Yeah, and for this song, it seems like we're back to that small string ensemble. The string ensemble is small, but I feel like the players make up for it by playing like super violently. Remembrance of the Executor. Somewhat positive. One of the things I like the most about Elden Ring music in general, in comparison to other FromSoft music, is just how willing they are to let the music be more positive sometimes. Even in regular Elden Ring, there were a lot of happy chord moments, like more so than you would see in other FromSoft games. Mm. Oh, stringed instrument. Oh, this is so serene. See what I'm talking about? Sustained note. Which track is this? The Ancients. And someone was saying before, like sustained strings is like the trademark of FromSoft. This is just a common technique in general for ambient music. You just hold one note. It creates a foundation for the song. And then you just sprinkle in these other details, right? Super quiet. This is the end place. Yeah, we're about to get into like the ending songs. Man, now you guys hyped me up for that FromSoft tier list idea. That would be crazy if we end up doing that. How many bosses, I wonder, are there across all the FromSoft Souls games? How many bosses? Probably in the hundreds, right? I mean, how many boss themes, I mean. Ocean says it's a good idea. Yeah. We don't have to do it in one stream because I think it will take a while to do that. Less than bosses. Elden Ring has some reused themes for bosses. Yeah, I mean, I would say Elden Ring has a lot of reused themes for bosses. There's 600 bosses in the series, I guess. Yeah, but boss themes? If I had to guess, I would guess less than 200 themes. Jack says Elden Ring alone has 272. Yeah, but that's bosses, that's not boss themes. Again, positive. I like this. Oh, this is called Dawn. That's why it's positive. There's a sense of credits. Oh, is this credits? Positive credits. That's interesting. Yeah, exactly. Ocean says half of them are Crucible Knights or 3 avatars. Yeah, so there's a lot of repeated themes. So I think there's not as many themes as we might think. So this is the end. The end is one of the best ones. Well, there's four the ends. What's your favorite boss theme you've done on the channel, Davi? You mean Souls, like from Soft, or in general? Because Souls, I think my favorite is Ludwig. And in general, I think it's Sidious from Monster Hunter. All the ends start with different oh, main theme. Little reference to the main theme there. Yeah, they all start with different music and then switch to the same glorious song. Yeah, and I keep hearing hints of the main theme. He's building up strength. Picking up speed. Oh. Susher says, I don't remember a lot of the boss themes in Nightreign because the gameplay is just chaos. I've had people say that in my videos. I've had more than one person in the Nightreign videos say something along the lines of, man, I really appreciate Davi sitting down and showing the music to us like this, because I for sure didn't pay attention to the themes when I was playing because of what you said, because the gameplay apparently is very chaotic. Yeah, this is different. This is still the end. This is another version of the end, I think. Tense chord, tense chord. And then resolved. It's not the end, like the full intensity end song is not as intense as I thought, but still like surprisingly positive. Like I said, it always surprised me. That positivity always surprises me in Elden Ring. Second part of the end. Cello. Look at the purity of this performance. Beautiful. This is really good. Man, this cello performance is amazing. Yeah, cello hard. Noob says, the orchestra being so small really is a standout of the OST for me. For me too. I like that. I like that. It creates such different opportunities for different orchestral textures and intimate moments like this, with the solo cello like pouring its heart out. Yeah, exactly. This game was FromSoft being more experimental. Yeah. Did you recognize this? Main theme. This is main theme. That's such a good main theme. Gladius reference. No, that's the main theme. What now? This is one of the ends still. Probably this one. Or this one. Wilder's just depressing. And again, I keep hearing many hints of the main theme. This is the end of Wilder. Spiritual choirs. Sav is here. Hey Sav. Hi Davi, been a while since I joined the stream, but at least I'm here, even if it seems like it's near the end. I hope you enjoyed the soundtrack overall. Very cool. Wilder has an entertaining story. I really like the soundtrack. And like I said in the beginning, I was really curious about these tracks specifically, the quiet ones. Reminds me of Diablo music, yes. I think it's there's some sort of guitar, like a lyre or something. Whitish is here. Hey Whitish. Yeah, we're near the end. Oh, there's something ominous. Did you hear? Ominous, low-pitched note. Last half is always the same. I don't mind listening to it again. So now it's the second half, right? If I understand correctly. Yeah, so it's the same as the one we already heard. Enough to bring a grown man to tears. And the pling, I wonder if is this a reference to the pling? Listen, pling, pling. The piano, man. Piano is also an unusual element. Yeah, and the cello. Like, yeah, like I was saying, the small ensemble allows for moments like this. That he always catches the pling. I was not expecting this sort of tenderness. Neither did I. Very tender, right? It's one of the first things I noticed when I first started listening to regular Elden Ring music back in the day. It allows for more of these positive emotions, tender emotions, softer emotions. Storm is leaving, bye bye Storm. Again, main theme. Do 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 do. So we already heard this. I guess I'm going to skip to the end Iron Eye. So now it's Iron Eye. A completely different vibe from Wilder. Listen to how much more stern this is. The low-pitched notes, the unmoving bass. W says it's a bad ending. It does sound like it. I mean, in FromSoft games, every ending kind of sounds like a bad ending, but this sounds particularly like a bad ending. There's more, right? Iron Eye is basically a bad ending for a somewhat noble reason. The small ensemble thing, it reminds me, you know, they are not the only devs to do this, to do a small ensemble as a way to communicate that this is a smaller game, a smaller story, a spin-off. This approach reminds me of Zelda Link's Awakening 2. They did that for Link's Awakening. Okay, getting more intense. Again. Sounds stern and ruthless. The bass choir, man. These guys sing so low. Reminds you of Adele. Okay, so now it's the second half. Next up is the End Recluse. Again, completely different vibe from Iron Eye. More mystical. Heike's here. Hey, Heike. W says debut trailer. Oh yeah, debut trailer's the last track. Harp. Did you play Nightreign? If yes, is it really worth it? I've never played it. Because it just looks like Elden Ring but with a new boring mode. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on the same boat. It looks like more Elden Ring, but multiplayer, which I'm not interested. Every time I play a FromSoft game, I go out of my way to turn off multiplayer. So Nightreign is basically the part of Elden Ring I willingly turn off in regular Elden Ring. Yeah, based. Some of the games don't have like a toggle for online or offline. I go out of my way to disable the network connection on the console just so the game is offline all the time. And again, the music box is here. So there's that tender childish sound. I wonder if this has anything to do with the girl, because the music box is there. Will you also listen to the entire Silksong OST when it comes out? If it comes out, yes. Zuri says, I was in the same boat first, but I gave it a try and fell in love with Nightreign. Is it... I feel like I've asked this before, but I forgot the answer. Is Nightreign playable solo? Or is it required multiplayer? It's playable solo. W says it's easier solo for me. You can play solo, okay. Needs more patience. Completely playable solo. Okay, that's the second half. So now it's the last track. Guys, we reached the end of the soundtrack. It's the debut trailer. I don't remember watching this trailer ever. Because this next track, the debut trailer, I think it debuted on a State of Play or something from Sony. Or something like that, and I didn't watch it. So let's go. Zuri says, catching you for the first time live. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Zuri. Wow, and this is not from the game, right? This is it's an exclusive track for the trailer. Oh, so dynamic. It goes silent and then explodes. Amazing quiet. Man, this is honestly better than the Elden Ring trailer. Main theme, main theme. The music for the original Elden Ring trailer was kind of okay. I remember being disappointed by it. Oh, he's building up. Yeah, and now this is just the main theme. Sav says it gets better. the strings on this part, man. They go crazy. So this is the end of the main theme. Is there more? Again, main melody. Oh, is that it? Honestly, better than the Elden Ring trailer. I remember being disappointed by the Elden Ring trailer back in the day. I even made a video about it back in the day, and I said, I don't think in the video I used the word disappointed, but I said, man, this doesn't sound like FromSoft. It's like kind of a hype inducing kind of Hollywood generic trailer style. This is much better. This is much better. So that's the end of the OST. So Grunbeld says Fulgore OST is by far my favorite OST. Is one of my favorites as well. I mean, now after listening to the entire soundtrack, as far as boss themes go, my favorites are Noster and Fulgore. And then non-boss themes. The second half of the endings is really good, man. It's so good. And you know, with the cello solo and stuff. And then a girl's, like, I don't remember which one it was. It was one of them tracks related to the girl with the music box. There was so much nuance. I think it was the second one, maybe this one, A Remembrance of the Revenant, where there's the music box, but they're introducing strings and stuff, and the melody is so tender and innocent. It was really good. But guys, where's your review, Davi? I mean, very good. I like sitting down and paying attention to these soundtracks, as you know, even if I had played the game, it happens, you know, it happens even to me. Sometimes you don't pay attention to the music when you're playing the game. Yeah, the cello solos hits hard. Yeah, Revenant Remembrance. Yeah, one of my favorites, this track. One of my favorites. So, guys, this is the soundtrack. That was a chill stream. I would like to remind you that on Saturday, we're gonna be streaming Lies of P on the gaming channel. Did you know? We're doing super good. We're first trying bosses left and right. So here's a link to the gaming channel so you can subscribe. A lot of people don't even know that I have a gaming channel. We're streaming Lies of P, and we're gonna stream it on Saturday. But now it's time to say goodbye to me in the chat, so I can say bye right back to you. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me. This was fun. I'm enjoying these chill streams. I'm taking a break from the democracy and capitalism streams. So we're gonna do these for a while. Bye bye Sev, Windering, bye bye Ibrahim, CK, Ocean, Rachel, W, Oisin, Zurui, Kremlin, Lucifer, Ike, Jen, Noob, Jack, Rebetcher. Bye bye guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you on Saturday on the gameplay channel. Be there. Bye bye.